Hi friends, my name is Christina. I'm a practical witch and intuitive tarot reader here on YouTube. I make new videos every full moon, new moon, sometimes in between. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to find out all about your next lover. We're going to be looking into their personality traits, their physical appearance, how they make you feel, any desires, kinks, or spicy details that you might want to know, the connection between the two of you when you do decide to meet in the 3D, anything unseen, and the next steps to take or advice to bring them closer towards you. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around. But first, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the YouTube-y things. We're still a brand new baby channel. It really helps me in the algorithm. I respond to all of my commenters because you guys make my day. And if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get notified every time I post a new video, which is multiple times a week. So with all that being said, let me get into my tarot spiel. I will introduce you to our 4 piles and then we'll get right into your readings. So please remember that all tarot is timeless. Take what resonates with you and discard the rest. This is helpful information to apply to your life as you see fit, but never rob yourself of your own agency. You make the decisions, tarot does not. If you feel yourself getting triggered by anything that I'm saying in these messages, please click off the video and engage in self-care. This is helpful information to help you elevate through introspection. This is not meant to deregulate your nervous system in any way. All right, so first up, we have pile number 1 with this Empress card here. So if you're called to pile number 1 or this Empress card, then this is your reading. Pile number 2, we have the High Priestess card. So if you're called to pile number 2, the number 2 or this High Priestess card, then this is going to be your reading. For pile number 3, we have this Zoom meeting card. So if you're drawn to pile 3 or this card for the Zoom meeting, then that is going to be your reading, all about your next lover. And then finally for pile number 4, we have the Perseverance card. So if the number 4, pile 4, or this Perseverance card calls to you and your intuition in any way, then that is going to be your reading. So we have pile number 1 with the Empress card, pile number 2 with the High Priestess card, pile number 3 with the Zoom meeting card, and then pile number 4 with the Perseverance card. So give yourself a minute to check in with your intuition, find out which of these 4 piles you are the most drawn to, and then whenever you're ready, go down into the description box down below and the timestamp for your pile will be there. Click on that and it'll get right into your reading to find out all about your next lover. So I will see you guys in just a second. Bye! Hi friends, if you guys chose the Empress card, then this is your reading. So first things first, you are attracted to the Empress card. You could feel like you are attracting a divine masculine, that you are finally standing in your divine feminine, that you're saying, I'm no longer chasing love and I'm allowing what is divinely meant for me to come towards me, okay? This is an incredibly nurturing, caring, loving, generous energy, but this is not an energy of a woman or an individual that puts themselves out or really overexerts themselves for anyone or anything, right? They stay rooted and grounded in their power. So if that is something that you identify with, then this is likely your reading. Now, the next cards that we have are meant to represent you and your person, okay? So this is gonna be like a little energy check to kind of let you know if you have already met them or if there's someone completely brand new, and then we're gonna get into all the spicy details, okay? So, oh my god, wow, pile 1, okay. So you and your person are representative of the moth and the dragonfly. This is beautiful. Okay, if you guys are returning subscribers, you know the moth is one of my absolute favorite cards. And the dragonfly I feel like is probably close to one of my second favorites, and this is just so indicative of like a mutually beneficial, equal opposite, like divine opposites connection, right? Just your equal and opposite counterpart. It's giving power couple energy. So if you're the Empress, you're attracting your Emperor, all right? So depending on which one of these 2 cards you identify with, right? Whether it be the Moth card or the Dragonfly card, this is gonna kind of give you an idea of the energy in your connection if and when, if you already know them, and then when you do know them, it'll just give you some more details, okay? So now, the moth person here is someone that has gone through a deep transformation, someone that has opened up their heart space considerably and has really gone through a dark night of the soul, okay? This is someone that's very sensitive, very soft, I'm really getting the impression that this is you if you identify with the Empress energy, right? That this is that soft feminine that is really focused around like attracting the right things to them, whereas this dragonfly energy is much more divine masculine. It's much more active, it's darting, it's alert. I mean, if you've seen dragonflies, right, they like weave in and out of things, and they zip back and forth, and they sometimes they're very slow and you feel like you can see where they are, and then they just move without absolute precision out of your eye line. And so this person is giving very like determined energy, very Aries energy, but also a really good communicator with all of that blue, that throat chakra there, right? Someone that is open with their heart space and able to communicate that. And that's why you guys get along so well, because even though you're standing in this sort of like, I don't chase, I attract kind of energy, they have no problem pursuing you, and they have no problem meeting you where you are, right? If you are this moth person, you have this very soft, sweet, sensitive, a little bit more closed off energy. This dragonfly is going to be able to meet you where you're at, and that's what's going to make this connection really lovely. You guys are also the same elements here, so you could be mirroring signs or have similar signs in your chart, but also really what this just is saying is that you guys are mirroring each other, okay? The things that are really positive about you are also some of the things that are really positive about them, and that in a really great way brings out the best of each other in each other, but it can also sometimes bring out the worst, so just keep that in mind. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Really, it's just an opportunity to work on those lesser qualities or those things that you maybe don't value as much about yourself, right? Okay. Well, with that being said, this is your reading pile 1, so let's go ahead and get into it. Where do we want to go for your person's personality traits and physical appearance? Where do we want to go for personality traits and physical appearance? I'm hearing over here. Okay, so we're going to use the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot deck. Clear and concise messages, please, for pile 1's person. I want to find out about their personality and their physical appearance. Gonna put this in between. Yeah, I like that better. I think that's cuter. All right, so first up, we are gonna find out about their personality traits and then their physical appearance. So let's see what we've got here. So in terms of their personality traits, we've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So someone that's really interested in planting seeds, but they're someone that hasn't necessarily just like done that with anybody in the past, right? This is someone that's really held out for the right person to invest in terms of their personality. We also have the 9 of Pentacles. So this is someone that's very generous. They're very giving. Again, they come from a place of being able to meet other people where they're at, right? So they come from a wealth and a sense of abundance, and so they don't have a problem giving to others, and they do that both in terms of their energy, in terms of their finances, right? Like they show up for other people. And then with the 4 of Swords, they're very thoughtful and contemplative. They're not a hasty person. That's really confirmed with that 7 of Pentacles in reverse, right, as well. They're not a hasty person. They're someone that thinks things through very considerately and conscientiously. I think this person also engages in a lot of meditation and self-care, right, because they are that dragonfly energy of like darting back and forth and going in and out, and really always being so active and action oriented rather. They do take time to think about the things that they do. So all of these moves, all of these quick conscientious decisions that they're making, they're not irrational, they're not hasty. Like this person is very thoughtful and methodical about it. It just seems on the outside like they're moving in this kind of a way, right? I'm gonna move these up a little bit so hopefully you can see some more of the cards. All right, and then in terms of their physical appearance, pile 1, we have the Warrior of Swords here. So I'm thinking, like, for me, this card is Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty. So like classically attractive, because this person is so action oriented and so thoughtful and methodical, but also so willing to do the work, so willing to show up in the 3D space. That's what you find so physically attractive about this person, which is really interesting. You know, if you're like pansexual or demisexual or someone that's really more into like the connection or the personality, that's definitely coming up here. But also with the Wayfarer and introspection, this is the Hermit and the Lovers. So just want to call out Gemini, Virgo could be a possibility. Also a lot of earth sign here, just throwing that out there. Oh, and also air signs as well. So take what resonates with you guys. But in terms of their like physical appearance here, this is someone that looks like they are very attractive, but not necessarily like openly warm or friendly. Okay, so it's giving like, instead of looks like a cinnamon roll, it's looks like they could kill you, but probably could also kill you. I don't know about that. Like they probably also could kill you, but they are in fact a cinnamon roll. But my point is this person is definitely looks like they could kill you, right? So with the Hermit, with introspection, they look like someone that's very introverted, someone that is more closed off, right? That's not necessarily like warm and gregarious and outward facing with their energy, but with the Wayfarer, with the Lovers card, they're incredibly attractive. I think a lot of people find them traditionally and classically attractive, especially with the Warrior of Swords there as well. I think a lot of people find them attractive just in general, and so they probably have a lot of classic and traditional, you know, like culturally standard traits. So whatever that means and looks like to you, I just want to point out that this is also potentially something that you've thought about a lot. Like what, you know, like your preferred aesthetic that you like dream about, that's what this person looks like, okay? Also, just getting a lot of like sense of heavenly connection, again with this like this divine counterpart energy with the Lovers coming up. Like they could mirror you both physically as well. Like if you have dark hair and blue eyes, they could have dark hair and blue eyes. If you have dark skin and you know, green eyes, they could have dark skin and green eyes. You get where I'm going with this, right? Like it's just giving like equal and opposite counterpart. They look like they fit for you. You two look like you fit for each other, okay? So that'll be another indicator of this being, you know, your person and your next lover, right? And it just, again, they're gonna look like a really thoughtful and introspective person. So like, you know, whatever that means to you, I know for a lot of people that's like glasses, right? That's like nerdy and thoughtful and academic. So like maybe that's what they have, but ultimately it's just whatever that means to you, someone that looks thoughtful and considerate and contemplative, and perhaps a little bit academic. For some reason, like Milo from Atlantis is coming to mind. So that could be something that your person kind of has energy around, or looks like. So, all right, now we're gonna move on to how they make you feel and any cute kinks, desires, things like that, and the connection between you guys. So let's go ahead and move forward. Where do we wanna go for that? All right, we are gonna use my Fairy Tarot deck. So how does pile one's person make them feel? Show me any of their preferences, desires, kinks, etc., and then the connection when they meet in the 3D space. All right, clear and concise messages, please, for pile one and their next lover. Oh my gosh, so we got the Lovers card again, just more confirmation, and then again, wow, more confirmation that this is an equal and opposite counterpart here. Just divine connection. I really like this for you guys, pile one. I had a feeling when the Empress was coming out that this was going to be a really strong reading as a signifier, but definitely didn't expect all of this. So, all right, wow, okay. So how they make you feel, we have the Lovers twice. So they make you feel chosen. They make you feel like you're the one, like you're their person. There's no other option for them. There's no other choice that could be made. They will not stop choosing you because you guys are just divinely meant for each other. That is how they make you feel. You feel like the absolute best version of yourself. We also have the Nine of Wands in reverse, so you feel like you're putting a burden down. You feel like you no longer have to defend yourself or keep boundaries up. Like this is, you're letting go of like wounded warrior energy and you're submitting to love, and you're saying, okay, I can trust myself with this person. I can relax around this person. I can let my guard down with this person because they really do choose me, and they really are going to continue to choose me, and I can trust that. I can rely on them, okay? So I really like that for you guys, pile one. Now their kinks, desires, and anything spicy that they might be interested in that you might want to know. We have the Hierophant Hierophant in reverse, so they might be interested in a non-traditional relationship dynamic in some way. Now take whatever that means to you. We also have the Ace of Cups here, so I think that they're really into watching you pleasure yourself. That's because the Ace of Cups is self-care, and so self-pleasure, right? And then we also have the Eight of Swords. So this is my card of bondage and rope play a lot of the time. So that could also be something that they are interested in engaging in. Right, now I'm gonna circle back to this Hierophant. I don't want anyone to panic, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that like they want an open relationship necessarily. It could mean that to you if that's something that you're interested in and you want to explore. But really what this means is like, you guys are gonna come at your dynamic and relationship in a non-traditional way. So like, they're just not the kind of person that's gonna wanna engage in intimacy, right? Engage in that physical time in the same way over and over again. It's not going to be routine. It's not going to be consistent. This person is going to want to explore things spiritually and sexually. So I'm thinking like breath work, right? Like they're going to want to look at that, massage, different activities and ways to incorporate somatic processing into your love life, okay? And then again, with the Ace of Cups, like, I think they're going to want to give to you quite a bit. So they're gonna wanna watch you pleasure yourself. They're going to wanna pleasure you just one way entirely, right? So whatever you enjoy, they're gonna wanna facilitate and give that to you, okay? And then again, fun, kinky, like, tie me up and watch me try to get out, blindfold me, you know, that kind of thing, like chase me, whatever. Now the connection when you guys meet in the 3D, we have the 9 of Coins again. Remember that came up for your person's personality traits. We also have the Justice card, so a lot of fairness, balance, Libra energy, and then we have the 10 of Cups in reverse as well. So, all right, what I'm seeing for when you guys come together in the 3D, it's really interesting because the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups are both in the reverse. So it's almost like you guys know that this person is your person, but you guys like fight it a little bit. There's a little bit of tension here in the connection. Now it's gonna work out and it's gonna be fair and balanced and reciprocal and all of those good things, but I almost feel like there's this little bit of push when you meet this person where you're almost like, this is too good to be true, is kind of what I'm getting. Because the 9 of Pentacles is all about like gaining what it is that you've wanted in the 3D, like reaping your just rewards. And then we have the 10 of Cups, which is all about a full wish fulfillment in your heart space, like having all of your relationships satisfied and everything that you could have wanted. And then Justice is that sort of karmic balance. So there's almost this sense of like, wow, this is like, I can't believe this is really happening. This is amazing. I cannot believe that everything sort of fell into place the way that it did, right? So I really like this for you guys because I feel like what this is saying is that like, you're gonna have done the work that you needed to do. And so when you start to let go of these boundaries and you trust this person and you open up, you explore things with them in a new and a non-traditional way, it really frees you to understand that there were new ways to get all of your needs met and to feel satisfied. There was a different way for you to kind of come into that sense of abundance and stability in your 3D. Like there's a new sense of right in your love life. There's a new sense of what is fair and just and balanced for you. And I think that's really, really lovely. So that's what's gonna happen when you guys meet in the 3D, is it really starts to shift that perspective for you and for you to start to understand like, okay, yeah, like I do deserve my equal and opposite counterpart, a fair and balanced union. And so that sort of shift kind of takes place here. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and look at anything unseen and any steps of advice that you need to take. I am being told to go over here to my Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. So, all right. For pile 1, anything that pile 1 does not see that they need to see about this connection, and any steps to take to bring this connection closer towards them. Now you might already know this person, in which case the advice would really just be like how to get the best possible outcome. So let's find out anything unseen and how to get the best possible outcome here. Oh my. Oh my, oh wow, okay pile 1, we just like right out the gate. So first things first, I want to point out underneath the deck, we have the Empress here, and then wow, we have the Death card right under that. So just more confirmation that like, yeah, when you get with this person, cycles are ending, we're starting new, we're standing in our power, you're really starting to feel like you're in that Empress energy. And that might not be something that you're feeling now. That might be something that you end up feeling and sort of coming into once you meet this person and you guys start building this connection. So that's also something to keep in mind. Now, what we have in terms of the unexpected, we have the Six of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. So I feel like there's some unexpected stuff that's either happened to you recently or is coming up in the future that's causing those boundaries, those walls, those defenses to have come forward, right? And that's what you end up working on with this person. So the anything unseen here is really that whatever has happened recently or is happening in your near future that's causing you to walk away from things, feeling like you're losing things, that there's a lack of fulfillment in your life, that you're having to put up boundaries, or that you're having to like really work towards something and you're just like exhausted. You're like, I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing this, right? If that's how you're feeling, it's bringing you towards your person. All of that, all of those things, that walking away from stuff, that lack of fulfillment, that feeling overwhelmed, that is all stuff that the universe is sort of sending you and pushing you towards so that they ultimately bring you towards this next connection, okay? And the reason that I say that is because the advice is we have the Three of Swords, the Devil, and the Seven of Wands. So heartbreak, betrayal, grief, loss, ending old connections and cycles, making choices that don't serve you, no longer doing that, and creating new courage and standing up for yourself, to have this like new defensive energy around love and around your heart space. And that's where you kind of end up, right, when you meet this person and you start tearing down those walls and tearing down those defenses with this person, because you realize that it's okay and it's safe to trust them. So the steps to take really are to just continue to take care of yourselves, pile one. Nurture this loss, this grief, this hurt that you've been experiencing. Take really good care of yourself around that. Recognize that these are old cycles and patterns that are ending, that are leaving you, that you're shifting away from, and that you're gaining the courage and the, like, you know, that underdog energy to keep moving. And when you do that, you're ultimately going to attract you know, this equal and opposite counterpart towards you, this divine connection that's really going to be available to support you, and again, make you feel incredibly chosen with the Lover's card coming out back to back here. So this was your reading, pile one. I really hope that it resonated with you and you got everything that you needed out of it. Let me know in the comments down below what I got right, what I got wrong, anything else that you guys want to see. I would really love to hear that. I am available for private readings if you feel like you want to get a little bit more information about your person. All the information for that is in the description box down below. Leave me a cute little butterfly emoji to let me know that this was your reading, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye! Pile two, if you guys chose the High Priestess card, then this is your reading all about your next lover. So, first things first, if you chose this High Priestess card, you could be tapping into a lot of like limitless potential for yourself. I think that you're taking a look at the past, the present, and the future of your relationships and really trying to look at that as like a whole story, saying like, okay, where have the things in the past brought me to my current present? How is my present influencing my future, and is that where I want to go? All right, so I feel like you're taking a lot of time to get introspective and contemplative. You know, you could be engaging in a lot of self-care here with like this bath, you know, smoking and engaging in herbal medicines, to sort of elevate yourself and to find out what it is that you want in sort of your next steps in love. If that resonates with you, then this is your reading. Now, these next two cards are meant to represent you and your person, to kind of give like a general energy check, let you know, like give you kind of a hint, like if you already know this person or if you're going to meet them, give you more information on what they're like. So let's find out who, oh my goodness. Oh wow, that's so cute. Okay, so we've got the cheetah and the dragon card. I really like this. I don't know why, but this is giving, and it was like this for pile one too, but in a different way. Like this is giving fair and balanced, equal opposite counterparts, right? And in a different way. Pile one was like mirrored counterparts, and this is very much like opposite counterparts. And what I mean by that is like depending on which one of these energies you resonate with, pile two, just take what applies and sort of apply it where it goes. But depending on who you are here, The cheetah person is very like go, 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 action oriented, very like root and solar chakra. They might even be a little bit more naive, right? But this dragon person over here is still very motivated, but they're a little bit slower. They're a little bit wiser. They're a little bit more focused on their heart space with this green. Now there's still a little bit of red and yellow here. So you guys are in alignment with each other. This person, I think, just grounds you a little bit if you're this cheetah. And if you are this dragon, then this cheetah person really brings you out and draws you forward and allows you to open up in new ways that feel exciting and adventurous and fun, okay? But for the cheetah person, this dragon energy is very like mythical and mysterious and alluring and just like beyond attractive. So for the cheetah, the dragon person is like unbelievably desirable, okay? And then vice versa, like this dragon definitely views the cheetah as someone that is like very go, 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 action oriented, and they really like that. Like they like that they have this youthfulness about them, right? And it's not like, I don't want to say naivety because that can sometimes be negative, but just that sense of like robustness for life, that excitement, that joy for life, that exuberance, okay? And I think the dragon is a little bit more mellowed out, you know? And so there's a nice balancing of the energies here between the two of you. So I really like this. And I also want to point out with the High Priestess card, there's those two pillars that are like opposite and equal counterparts, right? Like they're two different colors, but they're the same size and shape, and they serve the same purpose. So you and your partner are two different colors, but you're serving the same function, and you guys are sort of working towards the same goals here, just doing it in different ways, in ways that are strengths for you, while allowing your person to do things in ways that are strengths for them. So that is kind of the general energy check for you guys, pile 2. If that sounds familiar, then you know this person, definitely let me know. Otherwise, that is what to look for this new connection in your next lover. Now, where do we want to go for physical traits and characteristics? All right, we're going to use the White Newman Tarot. So show me pile 2's next lover's personality traits and physical characteristics, please, Spirit. Personality traits and physical characteristics for pile 2's next lover. Okay. Oh my goodness, we're doing a lot of doubles for some reason here. Okay, so, wow, and then underneath the deck, I just want to point out that we have this Fool card here, so just more confirmation of what I was saying around this cheetah energy, being really youthful, fun, naive, like joyful, that kind of thing. All right, so for your person, their personality traits, we have the King of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Very interesting. We have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles together as well. And then finally we have the Eight of Wands. I'm going to start with the Eight of Wands here because this lets me know that your person's personality is very verbose, very gregarious. They're a good communicator. They're a swift communicator. I am feeling for some reason innately that your person is the cheetah and you are the dragon. But again, could be wrong. Take what resonates, flip it around. But I just feel like your person is a fast talker. They're a smooth talker. I think they're going to be very quick to communicate. They could even have a job that has to do with communication, right? It could even be like marketing or things like that. But like, they're just a very fast-paced person. They've got quick energy. They're good at doing a lot of different things at one time. But also, this person is potentially your soulmate. So this could be like a divine connection. Now, for the King of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, this is someone that is very committed, very hardworking, but they're also not afraid of looking at things in new ways, of finding new ways to do things. Sometimes the King of Pentacles can be a little bit too routine, a little bit too traditional, a little bit too stuck in the old way of doing things. So this lets me know that even though your person might have a lot of earth energy, right? They have a little bit of that air energy that allows them to see things from a different perspective, to kind of gain new insight on things. Your person might be in fact, very introspective. For some reason, I want to say that they might even be like a therapist or a counselor or something like that, which would make sense with that communication, right? They talk, they do talk therapy, then yeah, they would be talking at their job. But this is someone that, you know, they're very grounded, they're very safe, they're very committed, they're very stable, they're very reliable. You know, their pentacles are in order, but like their personality is very grounded. But again, they're not judgmental. They're someone that really leaves a lot of room for curiosity and new insight. And I really want to say curiosity because we have that Ace of Swords there. So that's new information, learning, insight, communication again. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is someone that likes to really go slow, to take their time to learn things, to understand things. This is a very academic personality, okay? This is someone that really wants to go deep with people, not a surface energy person at all. I'm getting earth signs, potentially air signs, potentially also Pisces energy here. So just want to point that out, okay? So also in terms of their physical characteristics, all right, we have the Chariot, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. So, all right, your person's really, really attractive, okay? We've got Queen and Page of Wands here. Your person is, they march to the beat of their own drum, they have their own style, they have their own vibe, right? They don't really care what other people think. They dress themselves the way they want to, they present themselves the way they want to, they really like being an individual. But what's interesting is that in doing that, like, that doesn't put people off, like, they get really people curious about them. Like, people are drawn to them, people are like, oh my gosh, who's that person, right? Like, look at the way that they present themselves, they seem really interesting. And then with the Chariot, Cancerian energy, but also like success, determination, willpower. Like, your person looks like someone that is successful, that is headstrong. And like, what does that mean when it comes to physical appearance, right? So this is someone that, think of like Patrick Bateman, not in that your person's like a psycho, but like, he met a lot of the traditional like beauty standards, right, of the time, where he was like a traditionally attractive guy, he was tall, he was angular, he looked like the role. And that's kind of what I mean by this, is like your person looks like their role. So like they look like who they are on the inside. And so there's a lot of homogeny with this person. And then also what I mean by homogeny is like, the way that they present makes sense, right? It's not like someone that looks like they're putting on a costume. Like, the way that they present themselves looks like their true and authentic self. But also with that Chariot, like, they look successful, they look determined, they look like they have a lot of willpower, a lot of gumption, they look hard. Like, for some reason, I'm thinking that your person, like, they have a lot of flair, they dress in a really particular way that makes them look like they've seen things and they've been through it. Now, that could mean that they just wear a lot of nice suits, right? But for some reason, I'm thinking that like this person's got a lot of tattoos. Like, this person dresses in a lot of black, has like a unique sense of style, like more of that kind of thing. It could be that they just like bespoke suits for sure. But there's a little edge here that I feel like I'm picking up on with that, like that willpower, that determination, a little bit of that hardness with the Chariot in terms of their looks. So just take what resonates, guys, but like really the point here with their physical appearance is that they're really attractive, they look very unique, and they really get people's attention when they walk into a room. Like, they're very noticed, they're very sought after. I don't think that they're a player themselves, like I'm not getting that energy at all. It could very well just be that, like, I don't know, they're like a really sexy therapist that's like, you know, kind of got like a bad boy, bad girl edge to them, and you're like, wow, that's so wild, because like they're actually really soft and sweet and safe in their personality, right? They're very curious about getting to know people, but like on the outside, they look like, you know, they look like kind of like thuggish. It's so interesting because like this page here, see how he's got those earrings? So like that's a good example of like, just that's like not very common, dude with earrings, right? Like, it could just be as simple as that. But I feel like this person presents themselves in a unique way that really gets people interested in them, but they still look traditionally attractive, like, right? Like, they still kind of meet those traditional beauty standards as well as being kind of unique. I hope that helps. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling now. So we're gonna move on to how they're gonna make you feel, any of their kinks, desires, and like spicy, intimate details, and the connection when you guys meet in the 3D. So let's go ahead and pull our cards for that. Where do we wanna go for that information? All right, we're going right here. How does pile two's person make them feel? Show me any of their kinks, desires, any intimate details that pile two might want to know, and the connection when they meet in the 3D, when they finally meet. And if they've already met this person, this will just be information for you, pile two, about the connection as it moves forward, okay? So clear and concise messages for pile 2 and their next lover, please. Wow, that Chariot's coming up again. Interesting. All right, so how they make you feel. Again, there's that sense of like non-traditionalness, right? Like that they have a lot of comfort and stability, but that they're not necessarily doing things the same way over and over again. This person makes you think. There's a deep spiritual connection here with this person. I also think that they really make you feel like they are working, like they're pursuing you, they're choosing you, they're coming towards you. They're really making a lot of effort. There's a lot of determination in them coming towards you and making this choice and collaborating with you and coming together. And I think there's a lot of that happening in terms of how they make you feel. Like there's really a sense of like teamwork and togetherness in the 3D space in this connection. So that's really lovely. I think they make you feel really cared for, held, safe, and seen, especially with this card in particular. Like she's literally drawing a nude woman, so like there's a lot of vulnerability in that, and I feel like that's the way that you're feeling in this connection. You're like, oh my gosh, wow, like this is so new. This is such a big spiritual download for me. Like I didn't realize that this could feel so good, right? So I really like that for you guys, pile 2. Now their kinks, desires, any spicy information. We've got the 4 of Cups here. That's my brat card. So they might kind of enjoy a little bit of back and forth, you know, a little bit of like playful rejection, flirty, like what's the word I'm looking for? Banter. I think that your person enjoys like sexy banter in the bedroom. We've got the 8 of Cups as well, so they might like seeing you with other people, a little bit of like a cuckolding fantasy. Take what resonates, guys. But they might kind of get a little bit of like edge in that sense of like, oh, you're gonna like leave me for someone else, right? And then also with the King of Swords in reverse, I think they like dirty talk, potentially humiliation, or degradation, because in reverse sometimes this can be communicating in a really cutting or like mean way, like being kind of irrational and illogical with the way that you communicate. And then again with this like walking away and then talking mean, like I think that this person likes humiliation. I think this person enjoys a little bit of that. And that would kind of also make sense with that brat card, with the banter, right? So yeah, this person enjoys using words in the bedroom to kind of spice things up, and to sort of play with the emotionality of that connection, like to heighten the risk or the uncertainty or the unknowingness of those moments. I hope that makes sense. All right, and then for the connection when you guys meet in the 3D, we've got the 7 of Wands. So you're really like letting go of defensiveness, right? And you're kind of allowing yourself to step into this. We also have the Hanged Man. I think that you're seeing things from new perspectives, and this person is kind of bringing you into that, right? Because this is their energy as well. And I think that you're kind of allowing yourself to see things the way that they do and are kind of coming together in a way that brings a lot of like patience, strength, insight. You're silencing that inner critic. You guys are coming together in a really soft and sweet way. Because this is the two of you coming together. So it's slow, it's patient. I think it's very caring and conscientious. I just think it's lovely when you guys do come together in the 3D space. I don't think that you're going to be engaging in any of this like, you know, kinky stuff in the beginning right away. Like in the beginning, you guys are just seeing each other from a new perspective. So this could be someone that you already have a connection with. Let me know in the comments down below if that's the case, guys. Because you could be letting down your defenses to kind of reconnect with them in a thoughtful way because you see them from a new perspective. Or this really could just be you seeing relationships in general and saying, I want to take this slowly and I want to come together with this in a really mindful way because I'm seeing that, you know, there's a new way of doing things and that I deserve things to be the way that I want them to be, right? Like I don't want to accept less than what I deserve. I'm looking for my equal and opposite counterpart, and so there's no need to rush that. And if you have to feel defensive about stuff, then there's a reason for that. So you're really letting go, letting down those defenses when you guys come together in the 3D space. And it's allowing for you to see things from a new perspective, and to have more patience and compassion for yourself, rather. I think that you're letting go of like old mistakes, old cycles of the past, and you're saying like, that's okay because it brought me here to this moment with this person. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at anything unseen that you might want to know, and then any steps to take or advice for the best possible outcome. So where do we want to go for that? I think we need to use the Modern Witch Tarot. So anything unseen for pile number 2 and their person, please. Anything unseen for pile number 2 and their person, and then the next steps to take towards the best possible outcome. Oop, shot out. All right, let's see what we've got. All right, 3 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Do not wait for your overall wish fulfillment. Hangman is coming out again, and then we have the Page of Wands and the 4 of Swords. Okay, so for anything unseen here, you don't need to wait for this, all right? We've got the 3 of Wands, so if you're waiting around, stop. Don't do that. That's not advisable. Also, let go of control because this 10 of Cups is coming towards you, okay? You don't need to be worried or stressed around this. It's happening whether or not you like it, right? So you need to let go this sense of anxiety, this sense of waiting, this sense of if I don't, you know, like if I don't hold on to it so tightly, then it won't come, because that's not true. The law of manifestation, as soon as you let go, that's when it's going to arrive, okay? And that's the unseen thing here, is as soon as you detach from this and you say, all right, I'm gonna let it happen whenever it's meant to happen, that's when you're gonna come into that sense of overall wish fulfillment and have this fullness in your relationships, okay? And that's the thing that you don't see here because you're holding on to it so tightly. And I think, and I don't mean that as a negative thing at all, because like you're in this really contemplative energy right now, like you're learning, you're thinking, you're making decisions, and you're getting in alignment with that. So that needs to happen. But there's also this next step, this other part that you don't really see yet, that once you let go of the outcome, that's when you're really gonna start to blossom and to come forward. Now, for the next steps and advice to take, we've got that Hanged Man, so wait for that perspective. Wait for them to come towards you in the 3D, and then you'll know, you'll have that Page of Wands, you'll be a little bit curious, and you'll open up in that heart space. You won't feel like you need to wait, you won't need to pause anymore. There will be that sense of like, all right, now I can take action and move forward very thoughtfully, very conscientiously, because I have done this inner work for myself, and I waited for that moment. I waited for the right person, and then I took action forward, all right? Don't hold on to this and try to find it in the next person that you meet or in other people, because once this person comes towards you, pile 2, it's going to be really evident. It's going to be like this aha moment, right, with that Hanged Man coming out so much. This person could be a Pisces, just keep that in mind. Also Gemini potentially, but yeah, in order to like the advice that to get the best outcome is to just wait for them to approach you. Get curious about what it is, like once they come near you, and then you're going to be able to make thoughtful decisions going forward in the connection, okay? So this was your reading, guys. I really hope that you liked it and you got everything that you needed out of it. Let me know in the comments down below what I got right, what I got wrong, and anything else that you guys want to see that would resonate with you in the future. Leave me a dragon emoji to let me know that this was your reading in the comments, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Take very good care of yourselves, guys. Bye! Hi, pile 3. If you guys chose this Zoom meeting card, then this is your reading. So first things first, you could be feeling quite defeated in love, and I don't mean to laugh at you, I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh, this is probably my reading. You're probably feeling quite defeated in love. I mean, for me, this card really evokes the 10 of Swords, where you're like stabbed in the back 10 times and you're just like, oh my god, how many more hits could I possibly take before I'm absolutely dead in the dirt and buried? But the good news is that it means that you truly have hit your limit. You're done. There's no more disappointment. There's not another sword that you could possibly take. The cycle is over. Things are turning towards a new leaf, and you're moving into a new sort of, just a new cycle in your relationships, okay? And it's probably because you have new insight, pile 3, because you've allowed yourself to get disappointed so many times in love that you're like, wow, I've learned a lot. There's no way that I'm gonna make these same mistakes again. And that's absolutely true. So if that is how you've been feeling lately, then this is likely your reading. A little bit like, you know, like the kitchen is on fire, but you're just kind of powering through it. Then yeah, this is your reading. So the next 2 cards are meant to represent the energy between you and your person and kind of serve as just like a general energy check to give you a clue of if you've already met them, and then to recognize them when you do end up meeting them. So let's find out what we've got. Oh my God. This is amazing because pile 1 and pile 2 had the same energy, and you guys as well. I mean, it's been different in every pile, but this is equal and opposite counterpart energy. I mean, look at all the yellow. So you guys got the firefly and the golden egg. So gorgeous. All right, let me see. Where do I want to go first? All right. First things first, you guys are equal and opposite counterparts in that one person has this very grounded, weighted energy, and the other person has this very ethereal, light, flighty energy, this very active energy, right? So you guys really balance each other out in a beautiful way. But what's nice is that you guys are similar in the sense that you radiate this internal energy. You see how the yellow is coming from inside both of these cards, right? Inside the egg and from the firefly. So you guys both have this really lovely internal light. The way that you share it though is different. It manifests differently. So this golden egg here, it's a little bit more closed off. It's got a little bit more of a harder outer shell, but the ooey gooey insides are really lovely. This is giving, looks like it could kill you, but is a cinnamon roll, okay? Also maybe a little bit of bratty energy, but we'll find out. And then with the firefly, like this person just is Leo energy, radiates warmth, is very light, is very gregarious, very open with others. People, you know, they sparkle when they walk into a room. It's much more erratic energy than this sort of like hard, grounded, closed off, controlled energy here. It's the same lovely, beautiful, joyous spark, but it manifests very differently between these 2 people. So you and your person are gonna have this really interesting balance of like, one of you is the kite and the other one is the string, right? And one of you, aka the firefly here, is that kite, and you're gonna wanna fly around and do all of these fun things and kind of lift up into space, while the golden egg is gonna be that string that's gonna keep you tethered to the ground, that's gonna keep you from flying off into space, right? But in turn, you will lift them up. You will allow them to gain new perspective that they didn't necessarily always see. And in doing so, you guys will really serve each other in really beautiful and fair and balanced ways. So I really like this for you guys. I think this is a beautiful reading so far. I think this is lovely. So whoever you're attracting, I think is really gonna be someone that supports you and that gives you a sense of warmth and of fun, which you definitely need based off the way that you've been feeling lately, pile 3. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of your reading. We're gonna find out the personality traits and physical traits of your person. We are gonna use this tarot deck here. All right. Clear and concise personality traits and physical traits for pile 3 and their next lover. Show me pile 3's next lover and their personality traits and their physical appearances, please. Okay, so we've got a double card coming out here for their physical traits, for their personality traits rather. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords. So this person is coming out of anxiety. They're learning new ways of thinking. And you know what? That's probably why you guys are equal opposite counterparts, because you're also coming out of that 10 of Swords energy, right? So this person has really done the work to try to work on themselves, to correct anxious thinking, to solve rumination, to introspect and to find new ways to cut away the sort of negativity and move forward. They're a very observational person. I think they've done a lot of inner work and introspection. Give me 1 second, my incense went out. Now with the 10 of Wands in reverse, I think that's just more confirmation that your person is someone that is getting over a cycle, a burden, things that they've struggled with for a while, but they have found new solutions and have started applying them into their lives in a really positive way. And then yeah, with that 2 of Swords, They're someone that's tapped into their intuition. They're able to like use their gut when they make decisions, and they don't, again, they do not ruminate anymore. Like they don't get stuck in old ways of thinking. They trust themselves, and they've kind of figured out how to let go of some of this stuff. And it might be some of the stuff that you're struggling with currently, which is why you guys really help each other when you do ultimately connect in the 3D space, and you really balance each other and influence each other in a positive way, because this is someone that's already gone through this learning pattern and this cycle. They've learned how to use it. It's a tool in their tool belt. They feel really confident and secure in it. They're not going back to that because they know how to apply it into their life. And so that's why you guys really benefit from each other. Again, this is someone that is very introspective. They're in tune with their intuition. They make clear and concise gut decisions. They're a very action-oriented person, and they've gone through a lot of cycles in the past, a lot of burdens, but they've not allowed that to affect them. It's not turned them into a negative person, okay? And then again, they have really found new ways of thinking around those like ruminations, anxiety, old thoughts, beliefs, and cycles. They have found a new way to cut through that. If it doesn't have to be, but this person could have done a lot of like therapy and self-healing and work like that to kind of bring them into the space that they are today, into this very like strong, secure energy that they currently have. Now, for their physical traits, we have, what's interesting, the 6 of Swords, we have the King of Swords, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so this person, I think, looks like someone that has gone through quite a bit. They look like they might have had a hardened life, like they could have traveled a lot, they could have seen a lot of things. They could have had that like worn and weathered kind of look about them. For some reason, I'm getting like hardened cowboy, kind of like that kind of aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like someone that's just seen a lot of things and that hasn't necessarily prioritized like their physical aesthetic in the process. Now, does that mean that they're unattractive? No. I think that this person looks like they're incredibly logical, thoughtful. They're very reserved in the way that they look, right? They could keep kind of like a firm line on their mouth, right? Like they're not a super smiley necessarily person, but they're not unkind either. They're just someone that has a lot of wisdom and insight, and that's the way that they look. Like they show up. They could be older, they could just have like harsh cheekbones, I want to say, but they just have a very like solemn look about them in their physical appearance. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's their personality, right? For one of the other piles that I already filmed and I've already forgotten, the way that their person looked was like, was congruent with who they were on the inside. Now your person might have a little bit of opposites going on, where the way they are on the inside, right? Like this looks like a cinnamon roll, or I'm sorry, looks like they could kill you is a cinnamon roll thing, like that very much happening here. Because with the Queen of Pentacles, they're incredibly warm on the inside, right? But there's a little bit of that edge on the outside. Now this still has to do with their physical appearance, so I do think that there's someone that like, if they're a little bit older, like they still have all their hair, right? Like they're not balding. It's like that kind of a situation. They still have a lot of allure, a lot of opulence to them. I think that they're very grounded and attractive and voluptuous. I think if this is a woman, like this is someone that has a very voluptuous body. If this is a man, this is someone that has like like that sexy dad bod thing where like they work out, but it's not to the point where like they don't eat pizza with you on the weekends, right? So this is someone that is very physically attractive to you, that looks like they just look safe. They look really safe and secure. Like they look like someone that you would want to like snuggle up with. All right, but then again, their physical features are still quite angular, quite reserved, quite solemn, quite hardened in some way. All right, take what resonates, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to how they make you feel, kinks, desires, any kind of intimate, spicy details that you might want to know, and then what the connection looks like when you meet in the 3D. I'm being told to use the Modern Witch Tarot, so that is what we are going to use. Clear and concise messages, please, for pile 3 and their person. How do they make them feel, their kinks, their desires, any spicy details that we want to know about that, and then the connection when they meet in the 3D. All right, so how they make you feel. Oh, 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Love that. Okay, we'll get there when we get there, won't we, pile 3? Okay, so let's start with how they make you feel. I really like this because they make you feel like you finally put this burden down, like these 10 swords in your back. You can finally take them out and let go of them and start healing and start a new process and turn things over. I think that you guys come into connectivity and a balance and union in such a way that makes you feel like, okay, I finally have the support that I need to move forward. I've got the world in my hand. I can start making decisions. I can start putting things into action. I'm feeling balanced. I'm feeling more harmonious. And then, yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles, you finally feel like you have enough to start making decisions for yourself, to really come into a place of abundance, generosity, divine femininity, cultivation, like just really warmth, compassion. This is a really loving card with loving energy. This person makes you feel like the best version of yourself. It's like baby empress energy. You could need to go to pile 1 because there might be some messages for you there. But just in general, like this person makes you feel like you've completely turned things around, right? Like these old burdens of the past are over and you're starting to cultivate new and better things for yourself. Now for their kinks, desires, fun stuff like that, we've got the Temperance card. So I think this is a really spiritual connection in terms of intimacy, but there's a little bit of back and forth. So like there could be a little bit of like role playing or banter or wishy-washy, or like, do you like this, do you not like this, do you want this, do you don't want this, right? Like maybe edging, teasing, something like that. With the 7 of Wands, there's that defensive energy, there's that underdog energy. So this person might really enjoy that banter, that like, let me convince you, let me get you to do something, where you kind of like, I think of like enemies to lovers, right? Like it's giving brat energy, where you're like, do they want, like you guys definitely want to, it's consensual, don't get me wrong, but like there's that sense of like, ooh, I'm gonna get them to do this thing, like I'm gonna like egg them on into like doing this thing. It's very fun, it's cute. And then with the Magician, this is like a little, like in the reverse, they're like a trickster, a little bit of silly foolishness, like again, somebody that wants to like, they want to like trick you into it, like get you into it, sort of to like, gosh, how do I want to say this? It's such a distinct energy, pile 3, and I'm trying to like articulate it, which is so not like me if you're a returning subscriber. It's like that Dom energy where like they know you want it, but you're not admitting that you want it, so they're gonna get you to admit that you want it before they give it to you, right? It's so fun. It's just so like, it's just really fun. Yeah, like it's the I'm not going to admit that I want this, but we both know that I want this kind of a thing. I think it's very, very cute. So I really like that for you guys. I think that'll be fun for you. And it'll kind of, I think what it is it'll give, like it'll let off steam. Like you're so burdened and overwhelmed here that like your intimacy is going to be really spiritual and enlightening and fulfilling, but it's also going to be really playful and light, and like it's gonna have a lot of back and forth. It's gonna be really engaging. All right, I'm gonna move on because I like this and I feel like I could talk about that for a really long time. And because I resonated with this a little bit in the beginning, I'm just gonna like double cross my fingers, guys, that this one's for me. Now, when you connect in the 3D with your person, we have the Queen of Swords, the Moon, and then the 3 of Swords. All right, so there is a little bit of defensive communication here, right? There's some secrecy and there's some heartbreak. So very, very interesting. I do think we need to pull clarifiers here. I'm wondering if this person is coming back. I don't know. I wonder if this person maybe is a little harsh with you and needs to ask for forgiveness. I'm not sure. So let's find out. We're gonna go, oops, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump the camera like that. Let's see if we can move. Hopefully that wasn't heinous for you guys. I'm so sorry. But so let's see if we can find out a little bit more information. Show me this Queen of Swords here for when pile 3 is going to connect in the 3D. Show me this 3 of Swords. I'm sorry, the Queen of Swords. Show me the Queen of Swords. Two of Pentacles, back and forth. King of Wands, 7 of Cups. Okay. Something about a choice here. Something about like a wishy-washy energy, having to balance something, and not being able, oh my God, and then underneath the deck is the Queen of Swords. Wow. So, and then the 3 of Swords again, and oh my God, I do not make this up. I do not make, you guys all saw that. So all 3 of the cards, that are here are literally right here in the same fucking, oh my God. This is incredible. This is incredible. So Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Three of Swords showing up, 2 different decks at the same time. I'm shaking. Okay. So Spirit is saying I said what I said. We need to take a minute with this pile 3 because this is a big deal. So there's something about when you guys connect, right? Like there's this defensive energy that needs to get dealt with, okay? And there's something to do with a choice being made, a wishy-washy energy. There was some real connection here. There was a real, there was a lot of passion, but there was something that was a choice that didn't get made, okay? And that created some sort of heartbreak. There was some sort of secrecy, some intuition that didn't get followed, but ultimately this person wants to rectify this. That's incredible. I've never had anything like that happen before, pile 3. That is, wow. I truly do not know. I feel like I'm gonna get downloads about this for days after I have finished filming. That's insane. So, all right, show me the moon here. Show me the moon, because this is all about when you guys are connecting in the 3D. And for some reason, I'm getting stuff about the past here. We have the Chariot. So they're gonna wanna come towards you with determination around these secrets, these things that have been hidden in the past. I think they wanna reveal things and clear stuff up. King of Swords, yeah, so they want to communicate clearly and concisely. They don't want to be unkind, right? And then the King of Cups, they have a fullness of heart here. They're incredibly empathetic, open. They want to reveal these things in the right way. Whatever this is, they're determined to share secrets or open up in some sort of a way with a fullness of heart, with a real thoughtfulness of their words, that's how they want to communicate with you moving forward. And it's because of this defensiveness that's potentially coming from you. Maybe you didn't get chosen by them, and that's why, right? But they want to heal whatever this hurt was in the past here. Show me that Three of Swords, please. Show me that Three of Swords. Thank you. With the Eight of Wands, so quick communication, soulmate energy, right? They want to talk about this. They want to rectify this. We have the Sun, and we have the Hanged Man. So it could be Leo, could be Pisces energy, but they want to come together and heal this because there's true happiness in this connection, right? And when you guys get together and you do talk about this, it is going to feel good and you are going to get new insight, and you're going to start to see things from a new way because you guys are going to start talking about this and exchanging this, right? Whereas before with the Moon card, there were secrets, there were things that were being hidden under the moon that now are going to get talked about, that are going to get brought out up under the sun, out into the sun, and it's going to start healing that heart space. It's going to heal some of that brokenness, that betrayal that you were feeling in the past, pile 3. That was incredible. I'm so glad that we decided to pull clarifiers on that. This connection when you meet in the 3D, this could be someone that's coming from the past, but whatever this is, if this is a new person, you're doing a lot of healing in this situation, okay? This person is rewriting a lot of old narratives that I think you didn't even necessarily realize were coming up for you in relationships. And maybe that's some of this burden that you're putting down, right? That you're collaborating and coming together and you're opening up with, and they're helping you kind of rewrite these old narratives, and you're talking through those things, and you're talking through some of these hurts from the past and these fears that you have in the relationship going forward. Yeah, under the deck we've got the Creator and the Ace of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So I see you guys, once you come together, you are building something really meaningful and tangible in the 3D. You're creating something together. You're collaborating on something together, and you're really passionate about it. You've got a lot of creative inspiration around this connection. All right, we're gonna move on because I feel like I could just stay in this for a really long time. This is just such an interesting energy. I could talk about this forever, and that's not fair. We are gonna move on to anything unseen and the next steps to take. So anything unseen for pile number 3 and the next steps that they can take for the best possible outcome. Anything unseen for pile number 3 about this person, their next lover, and the next steps to take for the best possible outcome. My gosh. Oh my God! Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? The Three of Swords again, the Moon again, the Hanged Man again. Oh my God. All right, and then we've got the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. Okay, so in terms of anything unseen, I don't think that you see this coming. I really don't. And that makes sense because I'm over here like in absolute utter disbelief about what this could possibly mean for me. Because I know I'm over here like, there's no freaking way that the Pisces I'm thinking of is coming back. But whatever you need, the thing that you're not seeing here is coming out of this heartbreak. It is revealing these secrets, these insights, tapping into this information, this intuition, and it's gaining new insight around it. It's happening. I mean, it's come out 3 times in the reading now, and you're pile number 3. I just cannot, I don't know how else to reiterate that. So what you don't see coming is just more of this, is this connection. I don't think that you see this person coming back. And what's really interesting around this is that in terms of their like sexual fantasies here, we have the Temperance card, which does have to do with forgiveness. So there could be something around their fantasy where they're like, man, I really hope that pile 3 forgives me so that we can let down some of this defensive energy here and we can potentially connect again and have an intimate relationship once more, because we had everything that we needed for this to be a really beautiful physical connection in the past, and there was something that, you know, created that hurt that needs to get washed away before you guys are going to be able to engage in anything again in your physical intimacy. So now moving on for the next steps to take and advice. Knight of Pentacles, just keep it moving slow and steady. Page of Cups and King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so take stock of your heart space, ask yourself what you're really up for in terms of emotionality, and really take care of yourself. Engage in self-care, show up for yourself in the 3D, do what's important for you to feel like you have a fullness of heart. This is Scorpio energy here, so I just want to point that out in case that resonates with you. But really this is just saying, don't worry about them, focus on you. I mean, you don't see this coming anyways, right? Like you're probably over here like, no way, scratching your head just like I am. And that's fine. That's exactly the way that it's supposed to be. The next steps to take are to really just continue on your path, on your journey, continue to heal your heart space, and try to open up a little bit more in an authentic way, in a way that feels good and safe for you. Okay, pile 3. I am absolutely astounded by this. This is your reading. I can't believe it. Please leave. What should we do? Let's do a heart emoji and a dagger emoji. Yeah, because we got the 3 of Swords so much here. And then maybe even a moon emoji. Throw that on there if you want to. So hearts, swords, hearts, daggers, and moons for your reading in the comments down below, guys. Let me know what I got right, what I got wrong, anything else that you want to see. I am available for private readings if you want to get a little bit more insight around this and see if we can uncover you know, some of what's hidden here in this betrayal and this heartbreak. But my goodness, you are going to receive so much insight here in the near future, particularly once this person decides to come back towards you. This heartbreak is going to resolve. These secrets are going to be revealed. I really don't think that you need to do anything other than to sit in your power, to stand where you are right now, pile 3. And you know, this person is going to open up to you, and you guys are going to match each other and meet up either for the first time or again in a way that I think really allows you to feel unburdened from the things that you're currently experiencing. So this was your reading. Again, let me know what I got right and wrong in the comments down below, but I really appreciate you guys being here. It's a pleasure and a privilege as always. So I hope to see you in the next one. Take very good care of yourselves, guys. And like I said, I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hi, pile 4. If you guys chose this Perseverance card, then this is your reading. So first things first, you might be feeling like it's a time of perseverance, right? Your love life might be a little bit of a downer, or you haven't met somebody, or you just have been kind of like dating in circles for a while and the connection really hasn't been there. Maybe you've been disappointed in love quite a bit and you felt like, yeah, I've met great people and it just hasn't been working out, and I've continued to persevere, and now you're coming to this reading to find a little bit of support and direction. If that's the case, welcome. this is your reading. I'm so glad that you're here. I do want to let you know that because you have that persevering kind of energy, you are going to step into something positive very soon, okay? For me, I love this card because it's so indicative of like this spiritual awakening and the sun energy that she's receiving and that she's really opening herself up to because she's staying in that persevering mindset. I'm actually going to put this card over here. Now, these two cards are supposed to be like an energy check for you and your person to kind of let you know a hint of like if you've already met them before or what it'll be like when you do meet them in the future. And so let's just turn it around and find out. Okay, cute. Oh my God, you guys, every single pile has been like this, and every single one has been a little bit different, but they have all been equal and opposite counterparts. So just, it's incredible. Everyone is attracting a lover that is an equal and opposite counterpart, and they've all been in different ways. So for you, pile 4, you've got the sea serpent and the shark. So what that means is you and your person, obviously both water elements, both emotional beings, both people that are very like deep and introspective and have a lot of thoughtful, contemplative emotionality. However, you guys are on equal, like opposite ends of the spectrum. So the sea serpent is very soft and deep and communicative, where the shark is very reserved and cutthroat and precise, right? And a little bit more black and white in their thinking. And so what's really great about this is that you guys bring out the kind of the best in each other. Like you guys understand each other in a really beautiful way, but you also allow each other to be the best parts of yourselves and to be different. You allow for differentiation in the relationship. Now, whether or not you identify as the shark or the sea serpent, take what resonates, right? But if you identify as the shark person here, like your energy is again very black and white thinking, very deep, emotional, thoughtful, introspective, but you're very like clear and concise. You're action oriented, you keep it moving. I think you engage in a lot of strategy, potential Aquarian energy there, which, you know, I'm a double Aquarius, so take that how you want to, but I mean that very complimentary, pile 4. And for the sea serpent person, again, there's a very soft, sweet, emotional energy here. There's a very ethereal kind of wisdom, but a naivete, like someone that needs to be protected. And so if you identify as the sea serpent, your person is going to be very protective of you. Now, if you identify as the shark, you're going to feel very protective of your sea serpent person because they are so magical, so beautiful, so warm, so fulfilling. They give you so much, right? And you can see how they can be taken advantage of other people. I'm almost seeing like the shark like circling the sea serpent and like keeping people away from them and protected by them. So if that's the kind of energy that you're interested in or attracted to, or maybe you're experiencing now with someone, then this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get into it and find out their personality traits and their physical traits for your person. Where do I want to go? We're going to use the Modern Witch Tarot. Clear and concise messages for pile 4's person, their next lover's personality traits, and their physical traits. Pile 4's next lover's personality traits and their physical traits, please, Spirit. Oh my, okay. Okay, this is a lot of big energy here with your person. Okay, and then I just want to point out underneath the deck we have the 6 of Cups. So this could potentially be somebody from the past, a soulmate connection, someone that you've never really been able to fully let go of, or really just someone that's been in your life for a long time, like a childhood friend, someone that's been around the family, that kind of thing. But ultimately, this is someone that makes you feel like you can kind of drop your defenses with that 7 of Wands and really just be yourself. So this connection could come with a deep sense of nostalgia. Or just really this person could just feel familiar to you, right? If this is like a divine connection, you could just be like, wow, I feel like I've known this person my whole life. And that's kind of the energy that you guys have. Now, for their personality traits, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. So this person is an incredibly hard worker. They're someone that has that sense of always needing to attain more and get more. Not because they're greedy, but because they really focus on security and stability. I was saying security, but security and stability. And this is someone that is not afraid of doing the work and putting a lot of effort into things. And in doing so, they want to make sure that they reap the rewards and the benefits of that. This is someone that likes opulence, they like nice things, they're not afraid to work for it. They also, the 9 of Cups, again, they like nice things. They enjoy the finer things in life, luxury, they like going out to eat, they like wearing nice clothes, and that's why they work so hard, right, to make sure that they can stay in this 9 of Cups energy, this wish fulfillment energy. This is also someone that's very positive, very hopeful, not like a toxic positivity way, but just someone that always wants to see the cup half full, right? They're also very, with the Chariot energy, could be Cancerian energy, but with the Chariot card here, they're very determined, they have a lot of willpower. Even when there's like obstacles or obstinance, they don't have a problem putting their head down and really just like powering through it, okay? They could be a little bit stubborn. I also just want to point out that their personality could be like a little bit of like a bad boy kind of a personality, in the sense that like they like to argue, they're a little bit of a jackass, right? Like they're sarcastic, just that kind of a thing. A little bit of counterculture in their personality. They like to stir things up. They're a little bit of a shithead. And that could be like cute and fun. Like for some reason I'm thinking of Damon from Vampire Diaries. I don't know why, like I wouldn't call him a shithead, right? Or maybe even like Emmett from Twilight. Don't tell me why, don't ask me why these are the examples. What's a literary version of that? Bingley, for some reason. Bingley from Pride and Prejudice, right? Like someone that ultimately was like determined to get what they wanted, right? Bingley was convinced out of it, but he came back around and then made the right choice. He was determined, and then he was ultimately successful. So I feel like that's your person, is that, you know, like I don't think they're easily deterred like Bingley was, but I do think that they ultimately get what they want in the end. There's someone that, again, is not afraid to do the work and to make sure that they get what it is that they want in their relationships and in their dynamics and just in life in general. Now, in their physical appearance, we have the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles coming up, so I feel like there's some secrecy here, but we're gonna try to figure it out. We have the High Priestess, so more secrecy, and then we have the Hermit, okay? So your person is quite closed off. They're someone that spends a lot of time in solitude, and they look like quite a peaceful person, right? This is someone that looks like they've spent a lot of time in introspection. I don't think that they're like razzmatazz, like fire energy all the time. I think they're quite grounded. I think that they engage in a lot of solitude, and I almost think that in terms of their physical appearance, like they could be someone that dresses in a way that is very like academic. It's very and not even just academic, but it's very like man lumberjack in the woods, man living alone in the woods, person reading alone in library. That's why I was saying academic. Like there's that sense of solitude and lounging and that languidness there and functionality. Like what they're wearing is because of the environment that they're in, and it serves a function and it serves a purpose. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys. Now with the High Priestess here, oh sorry, I didn't mean to move the camera, y'all. With the High Priestess here, I'm seeing let me squish my pillow over. I'm seeing that this person is someone that, you know, like they look very introspective and intuitive. They might even look a little like witchy, like a little spooky, like a little spiritual. I do want to pull clarifiers on this, and I also want to pull clarifiers on this Moon and Ace of Pentacles, because there's something hidden here about the way that your person looks. It might be that this is somebody that you've never, like they don't look like anybody else that you've dated before. They don't look like anybody else that you've connected with or been attracted to before. But there's something hidden there, and it's something about your intuition, or maybe their intuition. I don't know, but we need to find out. So show me the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Clarify that Moon and Ace of Pentacles for Pile 4's next lover's appearance. What are we not seeing around their appearance? Just this like new physical. Oh, maybe they've had plastic surgery. Knight of Cups, King of Swords, Two of Cups. Okay, interesting. All right, I think that in terms of like, yeah, I think that this person might have recently made some changes to their physical appearance, and they're feeling like kind of like a newer version of themselves, but like the better version of themselves with this Two of Cups. Like this was really them just like making a decision to love themselves, to present themselves in the way that's more in alignment with their truest, most authentic version. And they had a conversation with them and their higher selves, and they said, all right, what are we gonna do about this? They took action, they opened up their heart towards it, and they did something about it. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they had to have had plastic surgery, right, pile 4. It could just mean that like they got a new haircut and they've decided to do things a little bit differently, or they're dressing differently now. But your person has made a recent change to their physical appearance that makes them look brand new. Now, if this is someone like from the past, like maybe that has to do with it. Maybe they're presenting themselves in a different way, and they're gonna be like less recognizable to you, or maybe they're just like totally unrecognizable because of the way that they present themselves. This could be someone that's like transitioned in terms of gender, right? Just take what resonates with you, but you're not gonna recognize this person if they're from the past. And if they're not from the past, this is someone that has really recently stepped into the way that they're presenting themselves as of right now, okay? Let's go ahead and also find out about that High Priestess. Show me that High Priestess for pile 4's person and their physical appearance. Show me that High Priestess. Show me that High Priestess, please. I keep seeing the Moon card here. It's scaring me if that comes out again, because it's just going to be more secrecy. Queen of Cups. Oh, King of Cups and the Fool. Okay. So, interesting. Interesting. Okay. I think this person is going to look like, oh my God, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, how do I want to say this? This person is your equal opposite counterpart. I've been saying that this whole reading. We got the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups with the Fool. This is a new opportunity for you guys to step together into this new connection. One of you is the King of Cups, one of you is the Queen of Cups, right? You're both coming from an equal place emotionally, right? You're ready to collaborate together emotionally and start something new. I think that you don't see this coming. That's why the High Priestess is in reverse. And in terms of what this person looks like, right? They're gonna look like what you've always wanted that to look like. Now, this is a general reading, so like if you've always wanted your person to have blonde hair and green eyes, right, then that's what they're gonna look like. And if you have always really wanted to have a person that just made you feel safe and like they could fix anything around the house and that they had that like lumberjack energy, I think that we were talking about earlier, then that's what they're gonna look like. But that's why this is hidden here, is because it is so specific to you and your desires and what it is that you have been trying to manifest for yourself. This king has a fish around his neck, which is like Piscean energy. It's literally the cup that you've dreamed of, okay? So this person is gonna look like that, but again, you are not gonna see them coming. And I think that there's a real potential here that they might even look like something that you've never thought that you would be attracted to. And that's why it's a little bit hidden here, pile 4, because Spirit is saying, I don't know, if we tell them right now, they're not gonna believe us. But what I do see here is that this person is very attractive. They found the right way to present themselves that's true and authentic to them, and that's always attractive. That's always appealing and alluring, right? And that this is also someone that looks like they've spent a lot of time thinking about who they are and creating that person for themselves, right? There's a lot of security in the way that they present and in their identity. So I hope that was helpful, guys. We're gonna go ahead and move on to how they make you feel, any kinks and desires that they have in your intimate relationship, any spicy, fun details we wanna find there. And then we're gonna find out the connection in the 3D. So we're gonna use my fairy tarot. That's what feels right in this moment. So Spirit, please give us clear and concise messages for pile number 4's next lover, how they're gonna make pile number 4 feel, any kinks, desires that they have, anything that we would want to know that would be spicy and fun, and then the connection when they meet in the 3D. Now, if this is someone that you already know, this is going to be information around you guys reconnecting, or just like details around the times that you guys are intimate with each other in the beginning, okay? So, clear and concise messages, please, for pile 4. They make you feel, oh, we've got fortitude. I love that. That's the strength card, the Queen of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Cups. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into it here. So the way that they make you feel This is the Strength card here. They make you feel compassionate, cared for, held. They're very patient with you. This is so lovely and soft. They really help you silence your inner critic. Pile 4, with the Queen of Coins, again, they make you feel cared for and valued and nurtured and really like you're someone to be desired. You're someone to be valued. You're someone to be cherished. And then with the 5 of Cups, they make you feel like, you know, for some reason I'm thinking of that Sabrina Carpenter song of like, I think it's Nonsense, where she's like, you've got me thinking nonsense. Like something about like, I forgot, like, I think I've got an ex, but I forgot him. That's the lyric. And that's what I'm hearing is like, you've just forgotten past disappointments in relationships because this makes you feel so full and so fulfilled and so like someone just really is caring and nurturing for you in such a deep and intimate and consistent way that you're over those past hurts, those things, those disappointments in the past are just not on your mind anymore. Pile 4. Now for their kinks and desires, the fun part, we've got the Ace of Coins in reverse. We've got the 8 of Coins, 7 of Coins in reverse. That's really interesting. These are definitely playing with each other. And then the Magician. So we're gonna start with the Magician here. This is someone that wants to engage in a lot of like role play. They want to use toys. They want to engage in a lot of different like activities, because the Magician is, first of all, fun, flirty, trickster energy, right? So that can be like that role play, putting on a different hat, like engaging in things, but also like he has all of the elements available to him to manifest. So you guys could be using a lot of different tricks and tools and toys to have fun with each other intimately and physically. Now, with the Ace of Coins and the 7 of Coins, super interesting. I feel like this person, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because we should be far enough into the reading that YouTube won't be mad at me, but I'm gonna say, I feel like this person likes edging. I feel like they enjoy getting you started and then not fully getting you there, right? Kind of like teasing that idea of like, all right, we're gonna build up to something and then we don't. And I think that they also enjoy engaging in new things in the 3D. So just like experimentalism. They just want to try it, even if it doesn't pan out, even if they hate it, that they still want to engage in it and try it with you, because again, they see you as this Empress energy, right? Like they really value you, and they want to engage in as many fun, flirty activities as they possibly can with you, because they feel like you're the right kind of person to kind of do that with. I do want to pull some more information on that just because I'm an extra nosy witch. So give me some more information here for that Ace of Pentacles and that 7 of Pentacles for pile number 4's next lover, please. Show me a little bit more about that. There's a reason I feel like they want to do things on your face. Yeah, King of Wands, 6 of Wands, the Artist. Yes, what I just said, they want to do things on your face. Okay, so I hope you understand what I mean by that, pile 4. With the Knight of Wands, they want to do things that are fun and exciting and curious. Again, even if they don't like it, even if they're weird, even if they don't work out and you guys just like laugh about it afterwards, like they just want to try different fun things. And then with that 6 of Wands, they want to come into victory. They want other people to be jealous of your intimacy and your relationship and the kind of fun, kinky things that you guys do together. And then with the Artist, they want to create a real intimacy, a fun, fulfilling sex life between the two of you. And then also they want to do things on your face, if you get what I'm saying. They want to create art on your face. And they want to be able to see that and to feel really good about that when they look at you and sort of parade you around with that energy. I think that this person gets off quite a bit on like potentially like seeing having other people watch you, having other people covet you, that sense of like jealousy and desire, but also like them kind of getting off on like, oh, you really want, like that edging thing, like you really want it, don't you? Yeah, you do, you really, really want it. And like, I'm gonna be the one to give it to you, right? And like, they wanna feel like they're the kind of the creator of that pleasure, and it makes them feel really good and like gives them a big ego boost, essentially, okay? Now, the connection when you guys meet in your 3D space, we have the Hierophant, so it's going to be a big spiritual download for you guys. Makes sense, pile 4. We do also have the 6 of Pentacles. All right, so there's going to be a lot of balance, fairness, and reciprocity in this. So it's gonna feel really divinely guided, but I also feel like this person is gonna give to you quite a bit. Yeah, they're definitely going to give to you quite a bit. And then we also have the 5 of Coins and the Page of Cups in reverse. So you guys are coming out of the cold and really opening up to love. I think it's going to be really soft, sweet, playful, fun. I mean, for some reason, that sense of like you needing to be cherished is really coming up in this dynamic, okay? They really want to give to you in a really intimate way. I feel like they're seeing that like, okay, you deserve quite a bit, pile 4. You really need to be nurtured and cared for, whether that be emotionally, physically, but intimately is the point. And that's something that they really want to give to you. They want to be that person to say, hey, the things that you've done in the past, that doesn't have to be the way that it is now. We can find a new way to move this going forward, right? We can find a new structure, and we can find a way to really get a lot of spiritual fulfillment out of this for both of us. I think that this person's gonna offer quite a bit of commitment to you when you guys do come together in that 3D, because yeah, they have a lot to give, and they wanna come together in fairness and in balance. And you know, again, I think they wanna overgive to you as well, because that makes them feel really good. So let's go ahead and move on now to anything unseen and steps to take to bring them towards you faster, or just advice toward the best possible outcome. So I'm being told to use the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot, so that is what we are going to use. All right, clear and concise messages around anything unseen for pile 4 and their next lover, and then steps or advice for the best possible outcome for pile 4 and their lover. So anything unseen for pile 4 and their next lover, and advice, steps towards the next best possible outcome. 6 of Wands, that's so funny because we were just talking about that in terms of like the intimacy. All right. Okay, we also have Awakening here. Oh my gosh, and Revolution. So, and the Universe. Wow. All right, so, and the Moon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh wow, we just keep going. So someone could be coming back, I just want to point this out, someone could be coming back and asking for forgiveness, revealing secrets, and saying, okay, I want to start something over again. So just take that as that resonates, guys. But there's something about using your best judgment here. Now, anything unseen, you are coming into a victory. I do think that there's this curiosity that you're opening up to, and it's coming towards you. That's what you don't see. So try to get prepared for that as much as you can. This person, this intimacy, it's coming in a tangible way. I think you're gonna get excited about it. You're gonna start opening up to it, okay? And now in terms of your advice, we've got the Hierophant in reverse again. So don't worry about coming at things the way that you've always come at them, right? Think of new solutions. Queen of Swords, and then get action oriented about it. Go on that journey, get defensive, move forward, be thoughtful. And then the Two of Swords, take swift action once you've connected with your intuition, okay? So get thoughtful, get contemplative, find the way that you want to do this, not in the old way, but the new way that you want to do this, and then take swift, decisive action towards that plan, okay? I also feel like what this is saying is that once you connect with this person in the 3D, because the Hierophant and then the Hierophant here, right? You're really going to be able to sort of move forward with them conscientiously and clearly. So I almost feel like what this is saying is like, you're almost just waiting for them, and then you guys are going to take action forward. Like, it's almost saying like the next steps for you to take are really just to wait for them. And if you guys are returning subscribers, you know that waiting is never my advice in love. It's never my advice in love, because it's just not a good idea. But what I think this is saying is like, while you're here, like while you're kind of in this position of perseverance that you're in currently, think about how you would redo things. Think about the way that you would set up your life going forward with your next lover, with this next person. What do you want that relationship to look like? And then start taking action towards that. Because you're gonna know what it is that you need to do once you get thoughtful and introspective, and you kind of take that blindfold off and you say, all right, yeah, what am I not acknowledging about myself? What am I not really admitting that I want in my relationships? And if that's to be nurtured and cared for, right, like this shark energy, then you need to admit that to yourself so that you can get it in the future, okay? And as a double Scorpio myself, I know that's really hard to do. I did it recently, it didn't work out for me, and it was really hurtful to be disappointed in love like that, but I'm really proud of myself for being brave, and the next time that I try to do that with someone that I really care about, it'll be a little bit easier, I hope, fingers crossed. So that is my advice to you, is to say, you know, continue to try to do that. Open yourself up to and admit those things to yourself, because that is how you're gonna get them. If you don't say, yeah, that's what I want and this is what I claim, then it's never gonna be available to you. Okay, pile 4. So this is your reading. Please let me know in the description box down below what I got right, what I got wrong, anything else that you guys wanna see. I would really appreciate that. Leave me a cute little serpent emoji, like a little like water snake emoji, to let me know that you guys were here and that this was your reading. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. It is always a privilege and a pleasure. Take very good care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in the next one. Oh, and if you are interested in a private reading, all the information for that is in the description box down below. But with that being said, guys, I bid you adieu, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.